Hello guys, welcome to Prolico Computer Science, and today we are starting REST APIs for Android. So I create a simple REST APIs for have two functionality. One hero add heroes and second is get heroes list. And I explain you before explaining REST APIs. We need tools. One is our Xampp server. If you have any small knowledge of PHP, you can easily understand it. If we need to Xampp server, you can see here, download it Google and go to Google and search here Xampp server download. And one more thing, we need to POSTman for testing our client service. You can see here POSTman. You easily get go to apps and web and search here POSTman, and you can see here this one. Okay guys, you can see this one. Click here and add on your Chrome, and after download Xampp server and POSTman, you can able to work with a REST API. You can choose here your current version for Windows, Linux and Mac OS. Okay guys, and after this you can see our POSTman is. So simple steps, I upload the code on a Google Drive and I give you link. So I minimize. After simply installing lessons of Xampp server, you can run Apache and MySql. And after this, when you install Xampp and click MySql admin, and you can go here your database. Here you can see my PHP MyAdmin. So I tell you how to create a database for our small APIs. So before we start, here's click here new and put write a name, hello heroes APIs. Okay guys, you can see heroes API, and hit enter and create a tables. We need table name hero, and column one is name and second is role and third is ID. So first ID, second name and third role. You can add more column as you wish, and I hit enter between 255. And after this we need to index it and primary. Okay, and one more thing, we need to increment and uncheck it and check it in auto increment. Okay guys, yeah, it's okay. Now save it and our table has some problem, so I deleted these tables. No, not any problems. You can see our table is done, and here's I insert something. Hero name or correct name, here we name Chris and role Thor and go okay. And you can see here's our user insert. So come back heroes API tables, and after heroes table, and you can see ID1 is name Chris and rule Thor. Okay guys, as following this way, and you can create your own database. And now it's time to close this, and it's time to go here. So I create a simple folder on Xampp localhost localhost folders. You can go here and Xampp server. After installing Xampp, you can go here and SDK doc and here's create a folder. I already create. Yeah, you can download source code from link I provide in descriptions, and after unzip file you extract a file here, and you can see here our file name heroes, and after here is heroes API and this kind. So our Xampp server is ready, and go to our any browser. You can see right here localhost and slash your folder name. First our folder name is hero and hit enter, and after you can see here's heroes folder. I click here, you can go here's your folder v1 and after including folder. Okay guys, you can simply open your PHP project this way. So go our I open my folder in Sublime Text and I explain here. You can see here I write here commands and define DB database and localhost, because I use a Xampp server, so I write here localhost. Otherwise you use a online server, you write here online servers host database, and after same user if you use a Xampp server, you enter here just root and after username, and after using Xampp first time you cannot add any password. If you add any password, enter here and leave it empty, and after your database name, our database name, my database name is hero, so I show you my database name is hero. I go back here and my table name hero, and you can see here I enters many data. I testing APIs before show you, so you can see here our APIs. You just change your database table name with heroes. Okay guys, our constraints files is okay, and after I create a new file, it is very simply click on folder and new file, write here's code and save after this input enter and PHP and okay into save. So I not save it, no save. So after you can see right here PHP code, you can see here's our commands, and I made a class name is db connected, and private variables name con means connections, and create a constructor for class, and here you can see our connections requires once required directory name file dot concatenate slash folder name, because our constraint folder is including, you can see here's our included folder and constraint. So you can see here and dot php. After you can see this means this and arrow sign and connect these variables and equal to new MySQL I and database we create in defined user. You can see need for parameters, and here we check our connection is correct or fails. So MySQL connection error echo failed to connect to my MySQL, and also print MySQL connection. So if errors then return 0, and here you can see return this and after finally returning the connection link. So our DB connection is clear, and after here's DB operation. So here's we create a class name DB operation and made a variables name private content, and create a constructor when our class is run, our constructor is required name slash DB connection. You can see here, and DB we made a new variables equal to new database connections. Here you can see this class. Okay guys. And after going here, and after this columns and database connections, this connection is our functions. Yeah, this one you can see our function name is connections. Okay guys, and I put a comment you can easily read and understand. It is small. After this we build a big project login registers and log out, and after add some detail and fetch some detail from our database. So don't worry. So our database here we explains constructors, and now it's time to enter. As I write here commands create heroes means new heroes list. I create a function name heroes and parameters name and rules, two parameters, and after I write a stmt and equal to create a variable. This connections colons and pairs is a PHP functions, and here's I put here's insert query. So I show you how can you get this query, and you can write watching this, and you simply go your database, and I go to our database here is no. So I put insert any new, I insert this one and write here name Chris, and after captain any randomly name captions. Okay, and go. You can see copy this statement and put here where before pasting here you put here colons. You can see here write same. If you not write this same, then you face any errors. So don't worry, be carefully. And after this statements ban params mean parameters. You can our two type parameters. Type is string, so we put here two ss, and after para name variable and role variables, and after if execute our query is function is execute, return true, otherwise false. Okay guys, our register user is complete. So get heroes list. Okay guys, here so I create a public function say names heroes, and each time so we not need any parameters. So you can see here so select id name and rule from heroes table. You can put same query, and after stdm execute functions and binding result id name and rule. Okay guys, I made a article. I change this to heroes. Okay guys, you I change it to heroes. You can see heroes, and heroes store in arrays, and after add a loop while loop and fetch stt fetch and tmp temporary array made array id name and rule, and you can see here's a result id name and rule, and array push heroes and tmt. Okay guys, and return heroes. Okay guys, now it's time to go. Our included folder is complete, and it's time to create a new folder name vi version 1. Okay guys, and create an index file. So here's you can see include requires once include double colon and include and database operations made a variable name response equal to array, and if assets underscore get. Now it's time our function is get function. So hit a put op, we send in Android. Here you can see if statements is set get methods, and op we send these methods in our Android project. So don't worry, you write this same way, don't do not change anything, because we follow this steps and create a project in Android Studio. If you change, you face problems, errors, so don't change it, write this same way. If I put a, and after this we put here switch statement, you can see here is I, and case 1 is heroes, and if asserts post and name, and also rules. Post methods is method is our post method, so we put here post method. And db connection is required, made a variables name new. db operations we explained in the db operation class. And if db operations create heroes query, put parameters, passing parameters name and heroes. You can see here heroes rule and name, and colons and post. Okay guys, and a create array response array name is error. If error is here we can see error is false and message is heroes added successfully. Else if we got an error, array is error is true and message would not add. And after this else statements, you can see here required parameters are missing. Okay guys, if you not put any parameters, then so error required parameter is misses or missing. So, and after this we break it. So create a second case name get heroes, and made a db variables class same way heroes. Now it's time to heroes variables, and get heroes functions. You can see operators these functions. Okay guys, so heroes db heroes function. And if count functions is php built-in functions, so put here's variable name and equals 0 and less than 0. Then we can what we do, we displays a message. You can see here error is true, nothing found in, means our result if database has not any users there, then so nothing found in the database. So else heroes found and heroes display. You can see we store heroes and heroes response. And default functions not operation is a response. You can see here, you can see. Okay guys, our last thing is here are if statements. Our error is false and message invalid request. If you put here so delete put yeah any other request, here we need to get request. If you put here post request, then we face this error invalid request. So and after echo in json encoder encode json array response. Okay guys, but this is a simple rest apis. Before starting login and registrations and bigger apis, I think I explained some small apis before starting big project, so you understand easily. If you face any php confusions, you can comment on in comment box, and I reply shall reply you. Okay guys, so it's time to testing our apis. Before testing apis, I give you some advice. Please download or create a folder in SDK folder. You can see here say Xampp and an STT folders, and create a new folders name you want. Enter your names and install any in open in any others text editor. If you have any basic knowledge of PHP, you can understand it easily. I explain everything because some people is know about PHP. So after you can put here, and our folder name is hero apis. For example, our your folder is name is hero apis. So I go to our chrome browser. Yeah, you can use any other browser, and here you need to write first your folder name. Our folder name is heroes api. You can see here api, hit enters. note your Xampp server is run, otherwise your code is not working. You can see our Xampp server is running. So you can see here's our folder. So I go here's our hero folders, and you not go any other folder, not include folder, not v1 folder. V1 means version 1 folder. So I hit in enter, and you can see here message is unvalid request, because it we use postmans. Before using postman we need to your internet rest IP address. So I go to CMD and hit enter and write here say config, and after config you can find here say your APIs. You can copy, okay guys, and copy and removes replace with your, you can see same result. Our API's link is ready. Before put here question mark and our op our object. I show you this one object. You can see this one op. Okay guys, this one op, and after equals. Now it's time you can go here. You can see message no operation performed. Why this message is you can see this one default function is run. You can see no operation to perform. I explains it because when you work with the first time in REST APIs, you face lot of errors. So I hope you can understand every step in easily. So you can see this one. Now it's time to copy this link. Copy this link and go here. First time you can open postmans. You can see nothing see here. So what do you do? So you can see this plus sign and hit. Now it's time to paste here your URL, and here's our request. What is our request type? If you cannot find your URL for testing, you can see here's I put here's command testing URL and check URL and testing APIs. Here's you copy and enter your API address and remove this command and put here your folder name, first folder name. If you have any inside the folder one more folder, you can put here one folder name, and your what you can do, you just go this link if you need to add and request required क्या है required post request post या required, ठीक है, request code, go to this link. So it's time to our case name is add heroes. So I tested it, what can we work it, and put here's heroes and now it's time to add two parameters. First we get request, so I send request, and now it's time to go here and so you can see our link is here. So you can see our link is here, and when you put here your link, you can see go to body, and here you can see put here's name. I show you, and go to here's body, and name is first name is our first variable name, database form name, where's our database. You can see here's our database, and you can see here's first name is first column name and role. So I put here's name and one more rule. So I put here rule, and here's is time to put here name. I put name here's CS and rule computers, just for example. So okay guys, and now it's time to check out your request is post. Okay guys, you can see here's lot of methods. So it's time to we required get and post. So if first time we need to post, click send. You can see here's message. You can see here message false error and message heroes added. Now it's time to go to our database and check it. Where's you can see here's last of 2 3 23 ID and CS and computer science. You can see successfully added. And you can I have one no we enter here one more thing, name YouTube, and role is photo because yes. Now it's time to hit enter. You can see again message heroes added successfully, and go to our again our database, and you can see here's YouTube and Prolico CS. So our added heroes is successfully working. So it's time to work with our get heroes. You can see here go you say read same and just change heroes. You case name heroes get heroes function. No, it's time not required any parameters. So read this commands carefully. You can we add here's and no, it's time to can get, and you can see why it not working. So I copy this link. I copy this link and paste here. Paste here, and it's times our the post method is get. So I hit enter. You can see here's our JSON file, and I can you view, and you can see our all result is here. So just change get when you need to add heroes. So you can write here so op equal to add heroes, and otherwise you need to get result. You can see get heroes function. So guys, hopefully we create our REST APIs for our small Android project, and working in the next video with the APIs using these videos. So if you have any questions and any confusion, you can comment here comment box, and follow our Facebook page for more update and live updates. And if you face any problems, if you are new in this channel, subscribe this channels. Thank you guys, see you in the next part.